Watch as Flair squares off with Roy Rogers.
Flair pulls Rogers off the ropes and throws him through the ropes and right out into the front row practically. A hard spill to the cement floor. Compliments of the Nature Boy who struts around that ring. How long can he keep up that pace he's at? Night after night, the gold belt on the line, living as fast and hard as he does. Ric Flair doesn't seem to be any the worse for wear. He yells the referee. He's just battering the young Roy Rogers around. Rogers in there with a man who is simply at the peak of his game. Look at Ric Flair batter Roy Rogers, the world champion. Oh, and Flair just a mile-a-minute pace. Never stops, just keeps going. Rogers is being battered by Ric Flair. Rogers on the apron, pulled into the ring by the world champion. Flair whips Rogers the ropes, catches him with an elbow to the chin.
5 minutes have elapsed, 5 minutes left.
The world champion grabs Rogers to the side, saddle, suplex. Flair covers Rogers. Rogers manages to get his shoulder up, and don't ask me how, because he has taken a pounding from the world champion. Flair takes a shot to the stomach, and maybe youth and stamina are going to pay off for Rogers. He landed a couple of blows, but Flair hangs in there, knee lift to the head. Ric Flair, he played football, wrestled at the University of Minnesota. He's got a tremendous athletic background. Flair caught in a jackknife and cradle. Hey, the champion's shoulders are down, but only for a count of one. Flair quickly back up on top. He grabs Rogers, has him in the air, setting him up. Oh, pile driver. The pile driver by the world champion Ric Flair. Rogers' foot is on the bottom rope. There'll be no count of three here. And maybe it's a good thing for Rogers he landed where he did. Rogers gasping. His eyes are glassy. I don't think he knows he's in the ring, but he certainly knows he's in there with a tornado. A gaudy, colorful, charismatic tornado named Ric Flair. The world champion pounding with those forearms, and I mean to tell you, he drives them home, just bangs them in there. Rogers pulled clear across the ring by Flair. He lifts Rogers to the air. Atomic knee drop, jamming the tailbone down into the knee.
You know he's wrestling the world champion.
Now he knows he's wrestling the world champion. So says Ric Flair, and I have to admit, I am impressed by Flair today so far. Flair has Rogers in the air, suplex by Flair. Rogers is done. Flair still not satisfied. Flair still not satisfied. Elbow drop. Nature Boy Ric Flair is dishing it out. He's going for the figure four. The figure four leg lock. The figure four, the one that rips ligaments apart. And Roy Rogers submits quickly. Ric Flair has just destroyed Roy Rogers. Flair absolutely made mincemeat out of Rogers, a good young wrestler. But the world champion wanted to let everybody know he has what it takes to wear the gold belt. Here's Mickey.
In 6 minutes and 58 seconds with the figure four, the winner, the world's heavyweight champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair.